That down. Let's get things started with this, shall we?
Yeah.
You know, it's not unusual for Hollywood people to also get side businesses. You know, I think George Clooney has Smokehouse Restaurant. And I think he also had his own tequila.
Yeah, Casamigos, something like that.
That's right. That a lot of
Casamigos.
people like. It seemed to be the thing. Well, there may not have been a more successful dude in Hollywood doing side businesses than Ryan Reynolds. I mean, he bought Mint Mobile, ran that for a while, then sold a majority stake in it for about 5 times what he bought it for. Then there was, of course, Aviation Gin, and here's the special Deadpool version of it.
It's so good.
It's from what I'm told by my alcohol drinking friends, including my wife and Chris Carr, it's very good.
It is good.
Class B
Yeah.
smoke glass.
Yeah.
But then I believe he sold the majority stake in that
He did.
for like 7 or 8 times what he bought it for. And then there's Wrexham. One of my most charmingly delightful shows on TV last few years has been Welcome to Wrexham. And listen, I'm not a soccer guy. I'm a big sports fan, but I'm not a soccer guy. And Ted Lasso and Welcome to Wrexham got me interested in soccer. But the brilliant thing about Welcome to Wrexham was that the soccer team was kind of story B. Story A was that town.
Yeah.
And they just made this show in such a way that made me fall in love with that town. And I found myself cheering for the team because I wanted the people of that town to be happy. It just does something like that. It's the magic of sports, folks. And so they just pulled off something that, from what I've been told, again, I don't have in-depth knowledge of this, has never been done. They achieved promotion 3 years in a row. They're now going to play in the Champions League next year. Well, as season 4 of Welcome to Wrexham has just gotten started, according to the Hollywood Reporter, news has now come out today that Welcome to Wrexham has now officially been renewed for season 5.
And I believe the women's soccer spinoff.
Well, yes, they get the spinoff, and I cannot pronounce it, but McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds have now partnered with Eva Longoria, and they now are co-owners of another team. What's it called now? Here again.
It's right up there.
Club Necaxa? I'm sure I'm mispronouncing.
Nekaha.
Nekaha?
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, again, I'm sure I don't know how to pronounce that properly.
I'm probably wrong too. I think
so
I only got a couple of the right pronunciations.
That club, again, same thing, only now it's a Mexican city, I believe. A small Mexican city with a soccer club and stuff like that, and they're going to try to replicate the success they've had with Wrexham, and that's going to have its own series next year as well. So Welcome to Wrexham gets to season 5. And again, guys, you don't have to be into sports, and if you are into sports, you don't even have to be into soccer. Welcome to Wrexham is just a delightful show.
Yeah.
But I was mentioning a little bit earlier the business prowess of Ryan Reynolds, you know, bought Mint Mobile, sold for a whole bunch more, bought Aviation and others. Do you know that he and Rob McElhenney bought the Wrexham club for $5 million? You know what it was valued at last month? $100 million is now the value of that club.
That's some Dr. Evil stuff right there.
I just somehow, some way, this goofball finds a way to ass backwards fall into these business deals where he buys these things, blows their value up, and then is able to sell them and walk away. He did it with Mint. He did it with Aviation.
Honestly, that doesn't really even count the value of like tourism that's come to the city and and what the city itself is now worth.
Oh yeah, how much the town has benefited.
Right.
The town of Wrexham has benefited.
Yeah.
Is incalculable. But just for Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds, the way they've shaped and crafted and steered this thing, they took their $5 million investment and turned it into a $100 million club, which, by the way, once they start playing in the Champions League, that value is only going to go up.
Right. They also have more money coming to them too because because of the different arrangements there. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Ridge. Hey guys, listen, I love this thing. This is my Ridge wallet, and honestly, I think it's the last wallet I'll probably ever need. I used to carry around this huge, bulky leather beast stuffed with receipts, old cards, and frankly, way too much junk. It messed up my back when I would sit down on it with my back pocket, and since switching to Ridge, game changer. This thing is sleek, compact, holds up to 12 cards plus cash, and it still fits perfectly in my front pocket. I've got the carbon fiber one. It's ridiculously durable and looks amazing. You can choose from over 50 different colors and styles too. And in today's world, this part is key. It's got RFID blocking tech built in so you can keep your info safe from digital thieves. Peace of mind and style? Absolutely. Another added bonus is if you're like me and constantly misplacing your stuff, they even have an AirTag attachment so you can always know where your wallet is. And to make this even better, Ridge gives you free shipping, a 99-day risk-free trial, and a lifetime warranty on all of their products, wallets, key cases, even suitcases. Right now, Ridge is having their huge Memorial Day sale. Get up to 40% off at ridge.com/Campea. That's ridge.com/Campea. And after you buy, tell them our show sent you because it helps a lot.
So anyway, Rob, are you surprised? Like, I'll be honest with you, I am surprised Wrexham got picked up. Like, I think it's a delightful show, but I didn't think this was a conceit that could stretch into 5 seasons, and yet I'm still hooked. Are you surprised to hear this news? What do you think?
No, I'm not surprised to hear the news because, like you know, I started watching this show the first season, and I think, like you, it was about that town, and there was much more of a story happening than just a football club.
Yeah.
You know, and I think in a way that's something else that's added to the value of their purchase of Wrexham. 5 seasons of a TV show has its own value. And in a way that value is only going to go up. I mean, the only thing I hear about, I don't know anything about British football. The only thing I know, I get updates from my friend Ellie, who's a huge Tottenham Hotspurs fan, and they just had a glorious victory. It'd be like the Maple Leafs winning the Stanley Cup.
Doesn't
which they did.
I think Alistair Strong owns that, right?
Yeah, Alistair Strong owns Tottenham Hotspurs. Yeah. But that's all I know.
Alistair Stout.
And
Sorry.
What I don't understand is the different levels. Like, is Arsenal and Man United?
Those are Premier.
They're in the Premier League. That's
Premier
the top league.
So what did Tottenham win? Like,
I don't know
how are they related to?
Might have been the Championship
She's probably
League.
sending me a text right
Because
now.
the
Going,
Premier
you don't know
League's top.
anything, you dumb American.
The next one down is the Championship League.
Okay.
And then you got League One, League Two, and I think then where Wrexham started off. So the Wrexham started down this very, very low league. They got promoted again, and now they just got promoted again to the Championship League. If they get promoted again, then they'll be up there with Manchester and whatever. So
right. Now, what's Crystal Palace?
From what I can see, it's Premier.
Didn't they just win something?
Last I heard, it was a strip club in Venice, but I have no idea.
They're like an old school.
No, hey.
At Disney, it's where you can have breakfast for Winnie the Pooh.
The Century, Paul Jenkins.
Rob,
is a Crystal Palace fan.
Tottenham is Premier League. So
Tottenham's Premier.
Oh, they are Premier.
So they just won.
Did they win the Premier League?
Yeah, I think they did.
I don't know anything about it.
It's like the thing. She's been a fan since like 1966.
There you go.
Deanna Troy. I got a video with her. Ellie sent it to me yesterday.
That's the big
Marina
leagues,
Sirtis
man.
At the Great Victory, she was on. She goes, "I'm Marina Sirtis from Star Trek, and I've been wanting this since 1966."
Well, good for them. I can kind of relate to that feeling, except I never will. Anyway, Chris, you hear about this. Are you surprised it's getting a 5th season? It doesn't make sense. I don't know. How do you see it?
It totally makes sense that they're getting a 5th season. People keep tuning in. I keep tuning in. And as you all know, I do not understand sport in any way, shape, or form. It confuses me so much. I have that shirt still, the Yay Sports Ball. So I find this show so charming because it's helped me understand the fandom behind this kind of thing. It's Comic-Con people and sports people are the same. There is a lovely Venn diagram of body paint and cheering that we both all share. So, you know, we're all the same at the end of the day. I love that this show has made me understand that so much. And I really love, particularly this season right now, how they're talking so much about really backing the infrastructure as this town. Because that's another thing I didn't understand going into this, of how much, like, as this team grows, this town needs to grow. Otherwise, it's going to crumble into itself. Right? And that's one of the really charming things about this, too. We've fallen in love with these people, and now we're seeing this town really rise up and get the benefits it deserves of having such an amazing team. So I completely understand more people watching it. And also, there's this weird inception of advertising that they all own or are tied to as you watch this show with Stout and Mint Mobile and then like HP printers and everything. It's genius. It is marketing genius. Oh, man.
Make no mistake, though, the other team fans in the United Kingdom that are whether they
it.
Oh, they
whether they were
hate
in
it.
League One, League Two, the
it.
the championship, they're like,
Yeah.
screw Wrexham and everything. Like, oh, they hate their success.
Well, I mean, again, as far as I know, again, forgive me if I'm incorrect, but I don't think it's ever been done before. The
Yeah.
3 years
No.
in a row being
It is
promoted.
not.
I don't think they'll do 4, but oh my God, if they did.
And to have a sports team, the idea of having built-in promotion, because sports teams always have on their jerseys, they have
Yep,
they're promoting
corporate sponsorship.
corporate sponsorship. So the whole thing is what a great racket to get into. We should buy a sports team.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. It would have to probably be, the 7th grade T-ball team up the street. I think it's about as much as we can afford.
You can't buy kids, guys. That's illegal. I just want to put that out
But
there.
when I used to play,
Just to be clear,
Hey,
there's
just
no
wanna be-
misunderstanding.
Just so you know, Chris,
Everyone
times are changing.
Anyway, guys, the question is for you. What do you think about this? Are you watching Wrexham? If not, again, I cannot stress this enough. You don't have to be a sports fan. You just got to be a fan of really good human stories. And that's what this show does. Anyway, it gets renewed for season 5. How do you feel about that? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.